Hey guys, I am at it again. I'm dropping this little clip into one of my videos to let you know I'm doing another East Tactics giveaway. If you really want to know what's inside the box, just jump over to this video right here really quick, get an idea. All you need to do is just leave a comment in this video, and between now and the time that I create my next video, I will go in and just do a random selection of whoever left a comment, and that person will win the box. Simple as that. So it might be a week before I make another video, it might be 3 days, doesn't matter. I'll just go ahead and randomly select anybody that's left a comment in this video. If you want to go ahead and subscribe right now, just make sure you hit the bell and hit the like button for me, okay? Thanks guys. Hey, what's going on YouTube? East Tactics here, and I thought I would make a follow-up video to this video that I created the other day in regards to introducing this clear lining that you can pick up for your vehicle. As you can see, I've installed a strip of it along right here. Kind of see it better when you look at this side. And I've installed a strip of it in this wheel well right here as well, as you can see. And I wanted to make a video now just to kind of, because I didn't really cover it in very much detail in the last video when I introduced the idea. I wanted to make a video now that kind of just shows you how I'm installing it and some of the tactics that I'm implementing to help make it stay a little bit better, last a little bit longer. There is an adhesive that is on the back side. If you look really closely, you can kind of see there's like a gray 3M kind of glue that's pre-built into this lining. However, one of the things that I want to do is once I've got it installed, I want to do two different things to help keep it installed, make it less likely for it to peel off, right? And so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, once I put it on, I'm going to drop a bead of the super glue, which is right here, the same super glue that I like to use, and then it just kind of locks the end in really well. So we're going to do that on all the ends. So obviously this is one strip, and then I have a separation here, and then I've got another strip here. So I've already done the glue tactic on this one and on this one, where right here I just slightly peeled this back, and then I dropped 2 drops of glue, and I literally watched the glue seep down in here to lock this end in really well. And I did that on this end as well. So after that, I then took the glue. I have the lid on right now, but I took the glue and I just put a very light bead along the seam here on top. And there's 2 reasons why I did this. The first reason is because I want the glue to attach to this plastic and hold on the lining better, but also it will prevent dirt from getting down into this thing and kind of break away the seal and make it more likely again to fall off. So putting a small bead of glue along the edge of this is the final tactic that I'm implementing on this. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and do it to the rest of the body. The other thing though, and by the way, some of these ideas were actually recommendations that I got from you guys. Some of you have left comments saying, hey, you know, you should put some sort of a bead of glue there to prevent dirt from getting in there. Another guy made a suggestion because I'm hesitant about putting a strip along the front because, you know, it's got a lot of curves, and the more curves that you're trying to push this thing over, the more likely it fights itself to kind of pop off, right? And he just was like, well, why don't you just take some scissors and cut the body straight so you have one straight piece here. And I'm like, honestly, that's not a bad idea, because I don't particularly find the look to be any worse if this were straight across or if it had this slight dip right here, which, you know, honestly, I do like the dip there, but for the sake of having this strip that goes along the front to adhere and secure itself better, I'm going to actually take his idea and I'm going to do it. One of the things that I also recommend you do, especially if it's cold wherever you're working, so we're going to take our piece, we're going to just kind of hand measure it, and you know, sometimes it's a little bit annoying because you have to fight the twistiness of it. But first, let's just take our measurement. We'll go from here across to here, and I always recommend that when you go to cut it, you like maybe give yourself an extra few centimeters, because if there's any excess, you can always cut it off. Okay, so the next thing that I do, because I like this thing to be a little bit more kind of worker friendly, is I'll actually take my butane and I'll turn it on. Just set it somewhere. So there's a lot of heat right here. And I'm just gonna basically run this thing over it and warm it up. And then while I'm doing that, I'm gonna make it kind of to the shape that I want it to be for the down here, right? So when it's a little bit warm, it just makes your life a little easier to work with it. Okay, go ahead and shut that off. And this is, I can already tell it's not as stiff for me right now. Okay, open it up. Peel it back about, I don't know, an inch or two. Hold up, quick correction. I actually realized something the more of this stuff that I put on. When you're cutting this stuff and you put it on, and after you heat it up, you actually don't want to peel off an inch and a half of the red stuff. Here's what you want to do. So I'm just gonna cut this piece real quick. We're gonna go from right here to about there. Okay, so what you want to do instead of pulling off a whole inch and a half of it, really all you want to do is you just want to pull off a tiny bit, like, so open it up like this, get your red, get your fingernail, peel back the red, okay? All you want to do is peel back a little tiny bit of the red, just enough so you can get your finger, you can just grab it, okay? At that point, you install the whole thing. Let me turn off the butane. So at that point, you install the whole thing. It makes it a ton easier because then you don't have the stickiness getting in your way while you're trying to put it on. So you leave the red on and just makes your life a ton easier. And the other benefit of leaving the red on during this process is when you peel it off. So now that I've got it all the way on, and that was like so fast how quick I got that on because I left the red on now. Now there is some excess here. Anyway, okay, so now you flip it around and you see you have your red there. At this point, you go in and you peel the red off. And that is so much easier. So I'm probably gonna put this in the beginning of the video because it's such a crucial thing to notice. But that makes your life a heck of a lot easier, and it makes it to where you don't get any of the gray stuff kind of on this side, which, you know, if you look here, you can kind of see the gray. That's because I finagled my way through this because I peeled the red off beforehand. No, 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 do not do that. Doing it this way, so much cleaner and easier, all right? So now I've got this front strip on. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do now, as I was telling you before, so now you'll notice when you pull this back just a hair, like so, you create this long channel for the glue to drip down into, okay? We're gonna take 2 drops of glue, or 3. And then you can see the glue, see it dripping down. We're gonna push this on now, and then we're gonna run our finger down this way, and it just kind of pushes the glue farther and farther down. Okay, so now basically you've got about 3 inches of solid glue on the back side, but also, we'll just push this end down a little bit tighter, but also the super glue adding to it. And so now the front end is good. And as far as the way that looks, I mean, I still feel like that looks great. It's not like shaving off those 2 little pieces, you know, is noticeable or makes it look bad. So, but now this whole piece, in my opinion, is on there a lot stronger than if you were to try to curve it up over those things. All right, so basically that's what I wanted to show you guys in this video, was just kind of a tips. And again, some of these tips were given to me by you guys, so I appreciate that. I'm now gonna go ahead and just make 1 piece for right here. And then I'm gonna make 1 piece for right here. And I'll go here. I just wanted to share some of those tactics with you guys because we wanna make sure that this stuff doesn't come off. You know what I mean? Super glue combined with 3M. Yeah, it'll just make this extremely solid. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this quick tip for the installation of the clear lining. Again, you can order the lining in black if you want as well. And I do think that if I didn't implement like this extra tactic of putting the super glue down the holes on both ends and also putting a little bead across the top here, this stuff probably might even hold on fine. But I figure, you know what, why not take the extra measure, be safe, and also create a sill or a little bit of a barrier along this edge here so that dirt doesn't try to get down in there with that little bead of super glue that you put along the top. All right, well, I'll go ahead and just add this video to my body reinforcement playlist and call it a day. East Tactics, out.